Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars week 104, day 3. So today of course we got ourselves some blue Guild War day. We also have ourselves the class event for the Sorcerer. Unfortunately Sorcerer, pretty bad hero class, but if nothing else you'll be able to pick up a little bit of free XP and of course the 25 gems just so we're doing the free battles, which of course we'll be putting towards good old Dragonite. As, of course, we're going to be clearing through dungeons, grabbing our Dragonite, and hopefully getting lucky. Oh, yeah, how we doing on Dragonite these days? We actually do have enough to get a Dragon Egg, if I'm not mistaken. However, as I mentioned earlier, we are actually hoarding all of our Dragonite as of recently. I'm kind of doing this until they basically fix the whole Dragonite situation, because I do not want to get another repeated dragon, so I'm kind of just hoarding it until they do something. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Anyways, let's start with Blue Guild War Day. So, this time around, let's see, what do we have? We're probably going to use Beatrix. Just want to see what we currently have set. Oh yeah, I'm using this team. Interesting. We might switch out of this. This team is very safe, but bad. Is pretty much what this team is. Like, we're scoring 9,200 at best, though we are, like, very ahead of them right now. We are currently, gosh, 2 people... We're about, what is that? We're about 26,000 ahead of them right now, approximately, give or take a little bit. So that's quite a bit of a lead. I say that because of the battle difference. Obviously right now we're only 8,000 higher. But, okay. Interesting. Where are they in the guild bracket? Because that'd be a pretty good idea to judge approximately where we are. Shadow of Death is currently in the bottom of the threshold for going down. Actually, technically, Tiger Claw is. So yeah, we're in a pretty good position right now. Kind of just like dead center in bracket 5. Not a super good position, not a super bad one. I believe top 3 can move up, so if we go a little bit higher, we'll be there. Unfortunately, even with every battle we have, we will barely be higher than them. And unless they've already done every single battle, we are pretty much just in a definitive 4th. Unless they haven't, or unless they have, in which case we might actually be 3rd. But time will tell once we get those battles in. Speaking of which, let's go to ours then. Alright, so let's go to Blue Guild War. I think I might want to switch up my team this time. Don't we have Blue Dragon this time too? We could technically do it if we want to. I'm trying to think, what mythic have we gotten that's blue? Since the 2 Guild Wars that we might be able to incorporate if we wanted to. Technically, the most recent one is, which also, today's Thursday. Today's the last day to get it. The last the last several hours. If you want to go get the new mythic that came out last Friday. You'll still be able to get it in the future, of course, but this will be the last time. It's the exclusive thing, only in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. And it's still going on for 7 more hours. Overall, it's a pretty useless troop, and I'm not even going to bother trying to use it in Guild War. Though, if I'm not mistaken, where's our true damage version of that? Have I already overwritten it? I think I have. Have I? No, this one. No, I forgot. Scorpius doesn't use blue. I was like, wait, can we incorporate this into a blue team? But no, Scorpius doesn't use blue, so that wouldn't work. For whatever reason, I thought it was blue. Because if that was the case, all we'd have to do is just find a different mana accumulator. But no, that would be way too clunky for Guild War. Even if you could get away with that, that'd still be too clunky for Guild War. Let's see, we have access to Truffle, we have access to Beatrix. Could always just keep it like this. It's mostly an Empower counter team. Is what we have set up right now. Our main goal is to counter Empower. And we're going to scrap it. I do like the idea of incorporating Rope Dart, though. I do like that. What if we switch to Monk, get a Beatrix in here, get a Truffle in here, and get something to hold down the line on brown. If we use every last color, it'd be brown, red. What's the other color we're missing? We're missing a 3rd. Brown, red, and purple. All colors. Oh, sorry, I can't do that, duh. One of them has to be green. I mean, one of them has to be blue. We can only cover 2 of these, so let's see. Our options here. Great King is interesting. But probably a no. How about this one? Oh, wait, I already did that one. These are the other colors I need to check. Piskia. Wait, which one do you deny again? Destroy all green. Create blue equal to that number. That could work. Problem is they're going to deny our green as well. I need something that can mana accumulate well. That doesn't need green to do it. I already checked this color, right? Yeah. What if I not checked then? This one. Oh yeah, I had to turn scrolls in Soul Forge this week. Zugoff, could you imagine? I don't think I'd want a Zugoff here. Gosh, why must all of these deny green? I'm looking for something that doesn't do that because they're already going to be denying our green. I don't think we have a good option. Is there any color combination I didn't check based on the colors we're missing? I believe I checked them all. Piscea's interesting. My biggest concern with Piscea is they're going to deny green very early. We also don't have a curse option. I definitely do want to run this team, though. Just not sure exactly which way we want to run it. Alright, so we definitely don't want these. What's the other color combination, then? Fallen Valdis, you're useless. Uller eliminates a bunch attack. A bunch of magic. Drain all mana from the two strongest. It's an interesting premise that takes too much mana. We could get away with Grey King. So I might just go for it. Piscea, go for it. The only concern is one of the two double empowers for this day denies green. And for that reason, I don't think we can get away with Piscea. Oh, wait, never mind. He does yellow to blue. Wait, I thought one of these denied green. Hold up. We actually could do Piscea. Wait, you know what? Let's do Piscea. Well, I thought he had empower to green to blue. Which one was that? Empower to green to blue. That does exist, right? It should. It's Scurvy Sea Dog is the one. So if they run Scurvy Sea Dog, we can't run it this way. Maybe we could try it this way. Because the biggest concern is if they have green to blue, this falls apart. And Scurvy Sea Dog is very common on this Guild War day. This particular team does not run Scurvy Sea Dog, though. So we can get away with it. Alright, let me go change my banner. So for banner, we want a blue... Probably blue-yellow, blue-brown. Probably blue-brown. So the excess brown can get into them. The only color we're not using is purple. So +2 brown, +1 blue. I'd prefer that to be the other way around. Let me double check all minus purple banners. Ideally, we want a +2 blue, +1 brown. But a +2 brown, +1 blue could also work. Which is what we're set to. And let me double check to make sure I have everything set on Monk. The reason I want to do Monk is so our extra turns give us extra value. A double Devour, here we come, I know. The only issue is we don't have Curse on this team, so if they do have Immune, that could be slightly problematic. Though a lot of teams, unless they're like that super immune team, are probably not going to have a lot of it on their team. Let's see, Immune to Stun, Devour, all that. Extra... Oh yeah, this is the most important one. We can either go for extra green, extra brown, or extra blue. In this context, I believe we want extra blue. Though extra green wouldn't hurt. Especially if they're not denying it. In this particular situation, they are not denying it. Let's go for extra green this time. Not what I wanted. Which I believe it's already set to. Perfect. Barrier on brown, obviously. Fairy Fire when an ally dies, just in case, because the other two aren't really doing much. I guess we could go for 4 life on each ally, but I feel like we might get a little more value off that. Then again. Yeah, we actually do want the extra life. This is a blue Guild War day after all. All brown allies gain some extra armor. Instead of 2 heal every turn, seems fine. It's only helping our last slot, though. But we're also barely using this to any degree. I can still kind of cheese it, though. You know what, we're going to go for it. Because the only thing that benefits from that is our 1 troop in last slot cleanse, so we don't have to deal with that. And freeze a random stats effect. Oh, wait, I already have cleanse from Beatrix. Oh, but wait, no, I still want to keep it, because what if she gets stunned? We still have to worry about it getting stunned and then having a way to get off our hero. The only problem is if that also gets stunned, it's kind of problematic. Oh, but it'll have immune, so yeah, that'll work, Alright, let's just roll with this. So this is our Guild War Blue for today. Rope Dart, King Gob Truffle, Queen Beatrix, and Piscea. Just double check one last time that it is indeed Blue Day. Keep in mind on console might not be Blue Day. But on PC Mobile it is. So it's Blue Day there. It's Blue Day there. Also our defend team went 1-1 for anyone curious. We went 2-4, 1-5, and 1-1. Apparently no one wants to fight us today. And blue right over there. Okay, we're good to go. Also, always make sure to check this one in particular to make sure you're on the right day. Like, let's say you don't do Guild War every single day. Let's say you're starting Guild War right now and you already have those 3 days queued up. It'll initially show green, then brown, then blue. So make sure whatever it says here is the one that you're actually doing it for. And it even says the war number, War 3, which of course is the 3rd one right here, corresponding to that color. Anyways, I think we're good to go. Blue to blue. Everything's blue. Let's go into it. Also, you are allowed to use multiple of the same offensively and not get penalized. For example, I can run double Truffle or double Beatrix if I so choose. However, in the context of this team, we don't really need to. However, we are allowed to if we wanted to. So, with this particular build, we want to kill one of these two. I'm actually going to go for Hero first. Seems like a slightly bigger threat. Probably should have taken that blue from Sky first. So we could just go kind of crazy here. So I can ally everything, get a double devour, or a single devour, however much devour it feels like doing. We'll then go kill the only other thing that can kill us. We then start truffle looping. And we're good to go. Should we risk the RNG? We'll risk the RNG. We got it. One thing to keep in mind, devour does not count as damage. However, as long as they're not really damaging us much, it shouldn't really matter. Also, is that a pet I need? Oh yeah, that reminds me. We need to go buy the pets. I guess I won't do that quite right now because we already got them active from the guild. But yeah, I still haven't gotten the pets yet. I already have them maxed. Because what we ended up doing yesterday is we finally got all of the kills we needed for Legends Reborn, which of course is pretty easy. It's just 300 yellow kill. However, I still haven't bought in the pet yet. And one reason for that is I want to go save our pet gnome bait and our cursed gnome bait that I'll be getting from it. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow night then, because we already have a pet active right now. Anyways, though it does still save it, but it saves it on your next battle that you do after the fact, so in case I play any off stream, I don't want to accidentally, like, consume it. Rather save it for the stream, see what we get. Hopefully something good. Anyways, let's keep going. 4 more days. Oh, I should probably double check this team. Oh, we'll be fine. We don't need to adjust anything. We'll be fine. He only has the exact hard counter that we have to not use Piskia for, but we'll be fine. Literally the whole reason why we need to not run Piskia, as I was mentioning earlier, is exactly what he has as his team. Wonderful. He's not going to get scroll distracted, but I sure hope he will. He did. Wait, that's huge. What's our game plan now? I think I have to take this yellow vertically. Because red to blue is perfectly fine right now. And green to blue, while I don't want him to deny my green, is also fine. So I just need to take this vertically, hope the yellow surges, and we win. No, it didn't surge! But we got extra turn, that's fine. Alright, we're still in this. He has no alignment. As weird as this may seem, I actually don't want to cast Hero here. I think I just take a red. The main reason I don't want to cast is he's going to give us a lot of setup, and I want to do it next turn. Oh, I didn't realize I'd give him a thing there, though. But that's fine, that's fine. We can work with this. Oh, we're not frozen. We're not frozen right now. Alright, how do we do this? We have to move Book. Do we want Truffle to have full mana? Yes. We have to risk Truffle Loop. So we're going to take this blue. We're actually not frozen, even though it shows we're frozen. There we go. My biggest concern here is how am I giving him the mana he needs now? Like, I gotta get Book to first slot. That has to happen. Weird circumstance. Like, do I poke him here? Do I let him poke us? I think I poke him and then just poke him back. So we do that. He'll poke us back. As long as he doesn't infinite us here, I think we're okay. Ooh, I don't have follow-up, though. Oh, yes, we do, because we could just cleanse. Boom. Gosh, that cleanse is carrying us right now. The cleanse on Beatrix, which is why we grabbed her. Alright, now it doesn't really matter. You don't have any spell reduction, right? You shouldn't. You're a Elementalist. Just making sure. So if I go poke... What's the second biggest threat? I guess the only other thing that can damage us, probably? Would make a lot of sense. So we'll take that. We'll take that. He's already dead. We truffle that down. Boom. Now all he has is mana generators, and we won. Which one's the bigger threat of the 2 mana generators? Neither. So it doesn't really matter who I go for here. I do not have Cascade value. But I could still try. The very lucky blue from... Oh, wait. I can still take that for guarantee extra turn there. Nice. And still try for the Cascaded blue. We did not land a Cascaded blue, but we got what we needed from it. And we'll let Piskia end it. Actually, I could do it with a Skull, but Piskia is more fun. Plus, we need the mana accumulation. And now everything has full mana. You know what? We'll do it again. Come on. You got this. Nope, not quite. Alright, fine. We'll kill it with Truffle mana. Beatrix. We'll do Beatrix mana. There we go. Get that little bit extra score in there. Yeah, we're at 1-1-1-1-1 for PvP. All ones. And we're up against Spectrum. Gosh, their internet is bad. Also, hello everyone. Did I not even say hello to anyone yet? I always do that when Guild Wars starts. It's like I get so like hyper fixated on it. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Roman. Hello, Jodian. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Isabel. Hello, hello, Dwight. Hello, JZG. Hello, Ricardo. Also, JZG, did you see the thing for Fall Guys? I didn't have time to stream it today, but we definitely need to at some point this weekend. Maybe even tomorrow, we'll see. Probably this weekend, though. Let's see. Hello, Lester. Hello, Jamie, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, do we have anything good here? No. This is an awful starting board. Red to blue is scary, and I can't stop it. Yellow to blue is scary, though I can stop it. Though I'm not sure I want to stop it. What's our game plan here? I have to move this over to the left and hope he doesn't do the other convert, but then he gets an extra turn. So I have to take this one, hope he does the yellow convert, and then win. Okay, now I can still deny him. Okay, this works out really well. Kind of. Not really well, but good enough. I can't take brown, which is unfortunate. I have to take this yellow so he can't take the convert. So he gets a lot of mana, but no extra turn, which is huge. We then take this green because we need it. We get a nice disable there. We'll take this blue. This gives us rope dart. With this rope dart, we gotta kill Zugaf, obviously. So let me kill Zugaf. One less Zugaf we have to worry about. And by one less, I mean the only Zugaf he has. Are you stealthy? No, you're Tidecaller. Tidecaller doesn't get stealthy. So I can now rope dart the Tidecaller. Before I do, let me take my green, just so the red doesn't do anything weird. We now have full mana on everything. We throw that down. We throw down Truffle. Guarantee extra turn. He has Submerge, but we somewhat don't care that he has Submerge. Like, it matters somewhat, but not a lot. Luckily, we did not miss the Beatrix. This whole team's gonna die before the Submerger. Actually, why don't I just rope dart the guy? So I'll rope dart his Submerger. I'll get her a little bit of mana again. Ooh, a little bit of a bad thing there. I guess we just hope Piskia kills. You don't have immune to Devour, and there's a lot of green that we're almost guaranteed extra turning from. And always kill it with a troll. I can't. Yeah, I gotta kill it with rope dart here. Unless I want to go for more mana accumulation, but we're just gonna kill it with rope dart. Because split damage would also dodge it. Because split damage does count as AoE damage when it comes to Submerge. Ah, there we go. Alright, next team. We got... Oh, do I run this one currently? Do I still have that set up? Yeah, I do, but I have it set up for Purple Day. It's basically Divine Ishbala Divine Ishbala Quillen team. A little bit of an old meta Skull Spammer, but still a really good one. Among one of the better double non-mythic combos. He's doing it with the Rope Dart and Moon Rabbit. Interesting flaw here, though. He's running Rope Dart, but his Rope Dart doesn't have Stealthy. In all fairness, our Rope Dart also doesn't have Stealthy. But we can exploit that just by Rope Darting his Rope Dart before his Rope Dart's our Rope Dart, and it will be fine. The biggest concern is Rope Darting his Rope Dart before his Rope Dart's our Rope Dart. As long as we do that, this will be a perfectly fine fight. So I'll take the purple. He only has one convert, blue to yellow. Or yellow to blue, blue to yellow. So if I just take a yellow here, we just won. He's going to create a billion yellows. I'll Rope Dart him, we'll utilize those yellows. I need this red to not go down. Because I have to cast this first, so we do that. No, it did, but I gave it so much mana, it didn't matter. Alright, do we just kill his hero all the way? I want to believe the answer is yes. But we don't have the damage output for it, do we? No. Like, I get Skull Poke him here, but it doesn't kill. I feel like we get more value just from trying to pressure up Truffle. I don't have Burial on Brown right now either. There's two ways we could play this. A safer bet is to Skull into Skull, and I think I do want to go down that route. Ooh, we even got a nice Cascade there. Okay. What's my plus on yellow? It's 1, right? No. Oh, my plus 1 is on blue. That's really unfortunate because that means I can't get full mana right here. Unless we extra turn out of nowhere. Unless I'm missing something somewhere, which I probably am. I normally am. But there we go. Lucky Cascade. We have enough damage to kill his hero. And just out of safety's sake, I'm going to go for it immediately. It's a little overkill, but make sure he doesn't get Rope Dart doing anything or any freezes. The freeze isn't as big a deal, but he doesn't have stun to go with it, so we're just going to Beatrix out of it. Plus hero has backup cleanse as well. We'll go over... What's the next best threat? I guess Quillen, just because we can entangle it if we so need. We then get all of our mana. Throw down on Quillen again. Let the AoE just wipe it out. Beatrix will clean it. Only bad thing here is he does have immune to, like, everything. So he can't go for, like, the Devour option. So we're just going to have to keep truffling until he's dead. Oh, that's a big miss. Oh, Devour. Nice. Rope Darted again. And that's this match. I'll take some blue. I can Rope Dart him again, but first let me truffle so we get a little bit more mana there. And I would Piskia, but there's 0% chance he can kill since he's immune to Devour with Bless. And there we go. Overall, it's going pretty smooth. Though we're getting kind of lucky. We've only seen one Scurvy... Oh, no, I just spoke too soon. Because Scurvy Sea Dog is this team's biggest counter. It's the reason I generally don't run Piskia or a team like this as much. Because he denies green to blue. Which if he misses with that, that's really good. If he hits with that, we just auto-lose the book. Which is the big concern. His book does not have stealthy, so once again, I can just target his book and win. As long as Scurvy Sea Dog and or Siren doesn't kill us into book, we'll be fine. But if they do, we just kind of auto-die. I do not like the starting board. Like, at all. It says Elemental, so we have to be really careful not to give him extra turns. So what's his only convert? It's green to blue. Based on his current board, we actually don't care if he does that. The bigger threat's actually Siren doing something strange. And he does. Okay, that's very unfortunate, but it didn't do as much as it could have. Though the one thing he stunned is the worst possible thing that it could have stunned. It is our cleanser. However, Hero has a backup cleanse of its own for moments like these. So we can utilize that to get out of this situation. Oh, was there alignment there? That's unfortunate. Wait, was it even stoppable? Oh no. Probably was. Let's see. I did that a lot. Forgetting about that. He's gonna start booking us. I think we just lose. This is the biggest concern with a battle like this. And it's about to happen. Okay, Hero's cleanse. Honestly, we could just solo it, Hero. That's all we need. One hero to solo them all. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Book's dead. Wait, what made us lose our turn? Oh, yeah, duh. We're still frozen on blue. I took that like, oh, we'll just extra turn on blue. But now we won now. Mostly because his book did not run stealthy. And if you ever wonder why I'm running stealthy hero classes on with stuff like that, it's mostly to avoid the enemy doing that. If you ever wonder why I have like a stealthy defend instead of like like an elementalist one, it's mostly because you just rope dart it down, and then it dies. So we're still frozen on blue, which is decently problematic. Like, our hero's not frozen, but everything else is. Let's take that over. It's not like he's stunned anymore. His hero's dead. I mostly just have to wait out the timer on us getting cleansed, and hopefully Beatrix not dying, because that will hurt our score a decent chunk. Alright, so we'll just kill this out. Next poke kills it. Problem with that, though, I do not have a poke. Now I do. Alright, we don't have another movement over there. We'll stick the skull over there. And that will give him extra turn. I could just let him have the skull. We're gaining barrier on brown right now. So he's not actually doing anything off of that. So I can just do that. Let him take skull. And see if RNG Piskia can kill him. Nope. That gives a lot of mana and an extra turn and everything we need to kill him. So we'll do that. Throw down Truffle. Guarantee extra turn. Beatrix. Kill him out. A little bit of mana. And that's the match. Let's see. What's our score? If I had to guess, it's probably 9,400. You have to keep in mind. Well, for one, that one battle was slightly shaky. But also, we lost a bit of points because of Devourers. So yeah, exactly 9,400, or pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty much where I thought it would be. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Actually, are we? No, we did. Oh, I was gonna say, are we on perfect streak this week? No. We double lost yesterday. But otherwise, things have been going pretty well. And we're actually higher than this double loss. Actually, I can't remember. Does double losing on one day compared to losing once on 2 different days? Does that generally give you more score or less score? I don't actually remember. I believe you theoretically get more score from losing twice on one day than losing once on 2 individual days. Especially based on the fact that we're higher than both of them. I believe that's the case due to how the final room scales. Because it goes based on the point system here. Oh, wouldn't that still be the same then? Because you're missing out on what, 25 points? Whereas if you double lose, you're missing out on 25, then 70? Wait, wouldn't that be 75 then? Hold up, so yeah, you do lose more points if you lose twice on the same day. That's what I thought. Then how do we have higher than both of them? I guess we've just been doing slightly better. Because, yeah, you would actually lose more points if you lose twice on the same day compared to losing once on 2 different days. Because if you lose once on 2 different days, you're losing 25 points and all the multiplier attached to that for both those 2 battles. But if you lose twice on the same day, you're only getting the 250, the 275, and the 300. So you're missing the 25 and then the 50 for 75 total. And, you know, all the multipliers that apply to them. So you're missing out on an extra 25 and all the multipliers that get applied to that when you lose twice on the same day compared to 2 individual 1 losses. So losing multiple times on the same day punishes you more for losing 1 time on multiple different days. Though we still scored higher than them. But in theory, it should be that way. We're losing more on one day penalizes you more than losing slightly on every day. Or, you know, on a wide range of days. Anyways, That's Guild War for today. Overall went pretty well. And of course we changed up our team. Also the rare instance of us using Piskia. Piskia is good. It just, I hate its inconsistency. But our whole team was kind of spammy enough that it could get away with it. We're also creating enough green to make it work. And also only 2 of the 5 teams had Scurvy Sea Dog, which is the hardest counter to the team. So if Scurvy Sea Dog misses, we kind of just auto-win from there. Which it didn't happen that one time, but it did the other time. Which is ideally what we're looking for in those situations. Though we don't have much control over it a lot of times. Sometimes there's just nothing to deny it with if you don't have it in power of your own. Which is what I was using Astral Spirit for on that other team. Because it makes sure when they're running double in power, which I think almost every team we were up against was, that you have an answer to it. But one thing that's nice is a lot of people don't tend to use Stealthy on their hero classes. I do advise it. It is pretty strong on blue and yellow dye. I believe my defense team even utilized it, did it? I say that, and it might not even have it. Which one did I run today? Because I know on blue and yellow day in particular, due to Rope Dart, it is really important to have Stealthy on your hero. It's not required when you make your defend team, but it definitely helps. Otherwise, what we did to the enemy is what you can end up doing to your enemy as well. Let's see. Let me double check. That's not where Guild War is. So let me double check. Yeah, I run Stealthy today, and I also run it on yellow day. For yellow day, I run pretty standard Life and Death Weaver, and for today, I run Thief with an extra cleanse option to make sure if they stun us, well, we'll get right back. And the main thing that Thief ends up doing is, well, it's stealthy, so it can't be attacked. It also has that extra insta-kill chance, which if it gets that, you'd kind of just auto-win. And it also has a lot of extra resummon, 20% for Sister of Shadows, 35% for Bandit. I believe it has another perk where you can get the gosh, but that one green-yellow trip, I can't remember its name. But I have dodge for it instead, just to make sure if it comes down to just book, that we'll have the extra dodge to be able to, you know, survive. The only problem to that is this team does get countered by stun, but my counter to countering stun is to have stun as well. The only problem is we don't have access to curse. So, you know, if they're using like a hero class that can end up doing it, like, you know, Elementalist, as you'd kind of expect, then it doesn't quite work. But hey, it worked one of the 2 times, so it did something right. So we don't have too many data points. Anyways, let's go to dungeons. Let's see if we can get lucky here. First things first, let's grab our Dragonite, as that's probably the only Dragonite we're getting today. Let's see. Oh? Aww. Oh gosh, they're gonna make me actually have to use a different team. Which I don't have set up right now. I probably should. Scorpio Green, you're about to be replaced with literally any cleanse team. How do I want to do this? I'm literally just running both. Give me a Beatrix. Give me a Orpheus. Give me a single damage source that can kill out the entire team. Also, I should really upgrade my Scourge of Honor. And give me, like, Leprechaun or something. Or Thrall. Or, yeah, Thrall. Let's see. Give me a Thrall. And then we banner up into purple... Purple-green, probably? Let's do purple +1 green, -1, something we don't need. Wait, what are we not using? We're not using... There's a color missing here, right? No, we're actually using everything. Minusing yellow doesn't hurt too much. Though we're actually going to be grabbing some yellow. Maybe minus red. Let's minus some red, I guess. And hero class doesn't matter, but so here, have an archer. I'm not sure why I always like setting archer to whenever I'm not using hero. I guess because it's the first option, so it seems like default. Are we doing a Fall Guys this weekend? Yes. Exact day, probably... I want to say Sunday. But yeah, we definitely have to do Fall Guys this weekend. They're having a super ultra have a billion free crowns weekend. It's actually the most insane event they've ever had. At least from a resource accumulating perspective. So yeah, we'll definitely be messing around with it some. Because maybe we would do it on Saturday, I mean. Might do both. Probably start around noonish when we do. We'll take that over, take that over. Get our true damage poke down, that'll kill everything out, we're good to go. I'm not sure why I was holding that. We had the win condition for a couple turns there. Wasn't actually casting it. Speaking of very insane event weekends, not this weekend, but next week's weekend is a Vault event for Gems of War. This weekend's Bounty Hunter, of which we'll be doing almost all of it on Friday night, though we will disperse it throughout the week. Actually, Friday night's tomorrow. But, yeah, I'll be mostly doing it tomorrow night, though I will disperse some of it throughout the weekend. I don't know, we've been getting some pretty quick times on it. We might be able to finish all tomorrow night. Like, I keep underestimating how quick it is to do Bounty Hunter and other similar modes these days. Like, even the Monday event stuff. Like, we did absolutely everything before it even hit an hour mark. Which is surprising, because it used to take way longer than that, but then they toned down the timings on some of them. Which is weird, because Bounty Hunter isn't actually any easier. The only thing that's really changed is players have slightly more stats. So it's not as... So, you know, you have slightly more firepower. But it still feels like it's being done so much quicker than in the past. I'm not sure if it's just because we've done Bounty Hunter so much, is just kind of, you know, you kind of get used to the loop of it. It's a little bit quicker because of that. Also, I would love to have a yellow on this board, so I can actually cleanse myself. Oh, good. He's actually left the extra turn just sitting there. That is wonderful. Perfect. And always kill it with Beatrix. One of the other reasons for Beatrix on this team is, other than cleanse, it also true damage carries at the end there. Let's see, what the other two would have been. A little bit of resource. Please, give me floors downward. I would like to move down. And we already grabbed our Dragon Knight. Also, I didn't finish this. I started these and then stopped for whatever reason. Got distracted. Oh yeah, after we finish this, I'm gonna go hand out code. Don't want to hand out a code yet. They should do the same for Arena. Arena event really needs a revamp. Like, they updated it and then barely did anything to it to make it worthwhile. It's really unfortunate. They didn't make like a bigger gem discount on the offers that appear there. Or maybe add a few unique offers that only appear in Arena or something. I'm not sure. But the payout for Arena is really bad. To some degree it's good because then you don't feel like you need to do the event. So it's one event that is on the ultra skippable level. Where it's like not even in question that, you know, you pretty much might as well just skip it unless you want to play Arena. But yeah, the payout's just bad. Like, beyond doing it just like one time for the 3 gem keys, every payout beyond that is super bad. And doing it for daily is way too luck-based. Like, sometimes you'll get something good, but the number of times you'll get something bad makes you never want to try to do it as a daily. Because it could take you doing 20 arena runs. Like, you could do a whole week of arena runs and leave with nothing. Like, literally nothing. Well, I guess a little bit with souls, but souls don't mean much these days. Especially since it's a slower rate than other means. But you could do it for an entire week and get basically no good loot. And you still have to spend gems for that loot as well. It's not like it just gives it to you. So even if you see an Imperial Deed... Speaking of which, I actually got one today. Like, even if you see an Imperial Deed on a arena run, you still have to pay 450 gems for it because it only does a 10% discount when you get an arena. So you're still spending 450 for an Imperial. Is it better than spending 500 for Imperial? Yes. But the amount of times you have to go through arena before you even see one is a while. You would have to go like anywhere from like 4 to 10 days of doing arena, which of course is 3 arena runs per day. Anyways, I'm gonna go hand out a code. Code. Here you guys go. There is... Oh, that reminds me. I need to go contact... is Genki here right now? Because I know she was trying to contact the devs on if we can get more codes, and I haven't actually contacted them yet because I still have a decent handful of codes. But I just realized she still hasn't gotten back to me for the month of October on codes, even though I didn't contact her. But yeah, we're down to 1 week left, so I should probably go get more so we have some for Halloween as well as for our birthday early next month. And I guess maybe we'll hand one out for Election Day, which actually the day before our birthday, because it's Election Day on the 3rd or something. Because what's all the big events that we have going on soon? We have Halloween, we have our birthday, we have Election Day. It's technically Thanksgiving for next month, but that's next month. Well, technically, so there's 2 of those other things too. But we're getting there. Anyways, there you guys go. Enjoy the code. Definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Okay, let's go do a class event. I think that's like the last main thing we have going on today. Save the class event for last. This is task coverage, is our Sorcerer class. So you can either run this with Sorcerer if you want to. This also covers the weekly. However, I am going to switch it back to Archmagus. I think I showed it as Archmagus in the video. Main reason we're doing it as Archmagus is it's way better than Sorcerer. But Sorcerer allows you to get class XP for it. It also allows you to do it for the weekly, which is the only reason why I was even switched to Sorcerer, because we were using it for the weekly thingy. A couple different ways you could do this. You could do this with 4 Thorn Walls and just mana loop with those 3 Thorn Walls and just keep getting into a 15 mana cost weapon. The alternative, especially when you're in this lower range, is just get a weapon up, instantly one-shot them and go from there. In this case, we're using Black Manacle with a bunch of purple. We simply take a purple and we basically get infinite purple mana. And that's our game plan here. Just take a purple cast if we need it again, take a purple cast, and then win. We also have the banner set to double brown because we're already getting so much purple from the Ancient Horrors. The main reason for this is if we surge on double brown, that's also full mana. So it gives us an alternative path to reach full mana in case there's no purple on the board, which is unfortunate if that happens, but it gives us an alternative in case it does happen. So we have more color coverage for turn 1. And that's pretty much our game plan, to go grab these real quick. It really takes like, what, 10-15 minutes for 25 gems? Not too bad. Okay, a turn we don't have either of the 2 colors we need. Very unfortunate. It happens, though. You never want to see it, but it occasionally does happen. Not much of a way to avoid it. I wonder if they'll ever add a mechanic to this game where you can re-roll your starting board. Because that seems like such a useful thing to have. Though now that I think about that, I can't think of a single match 3 game that actually has the function where you can shuffle your starting board. And also, how would you balance that too? Like, obviously you can. But you would need some kind of big drawback for getting a free shuffle to the board. But still something we really need, though. There's just some starting boards that are way too awful. Or almost regardless of your composition, there's almost no way to deal with it. Unless you have like 2 or 3 empowers on your team. Oh, did I just kill him by... Wait, did I just kill him with the 1 lifesteal in purple? Oh, that's great. I was like wondering for a second. It's like, yeah, that's what that is, isn't it? Because you normally wouldn't expect that to kill because it's literally 1 damage. But we just killed with the 1 damage lifesteal on purple. You have to be careful setting it sometimes too, because anything that has like those perks that trigger on taking HP damage, that 1 damage from that does trigger it. But most of the time when you're using Archmages, you're using in farming locations, so I normally keep it on the lifesteal thing, because it's better than the alternative. But in like a PvP-like situation, you might want to turn it off. It's because there's quite a few traits that would actually benefit from it. In other situations, you can also use disable barriers and stuff like that, because that 1 HP damage does get rid of barrier, of course, as this still count as damage. Oh, there's our other 20 gems, nice. Now we'll go get the other 25. We need to get 24 likes in 24 seconds? I highly doubt it. So we could try. Let's see. I'll take the purple over there. Ancient Horror's not doing anything there. Also, class event's another one of those modes where they could definitely still buff the loot a little bit. The main thing I hate about class events is even if you try going for all rewards, it has a variable on it where sometimes it costs either 250 or 500 gems in order to get all rewards, and this is a very, very bad combination to have. Because it costs way too much just to get the orb. Like, even back in the day when it was somewhat worth it because it was like, oh, we need orbs. It still was very, very rarely worth doing. And nowadays it very much isn't. Because free is always consistently to tier 4, or, you know, to the 4th reward tier, which is half the rewards. Or, you know, at least positionally half the rewards, not actually numerically half the rewards, but as far as the effective, how far you've gone, it is half. But, it's worth doing that because it's 100% consistent as long as you kill all the Vow Ravens, that you will hit the exact number to always 100% of the time to end up going all the way. But to get all rewards, it's a variable between if you need 250 gems or 500 gems. And if you end up needing it for the 500 gems and you already spent the 250, it just feels so bad. Because it's like, do I want to spend 250 just for like this orb? Like a little bit of class XP? Just such a bad exchange rate there. Like, if you could get this event done for tier 2 or something, obviously we'd probably do the event every single time. Like, go for all rewards. But just too much of a... It's a little bit too high. Like, the gem to payout ratio on it. Unless you're just going all the way for leaderboard, of course. But if you're just doing it for rewards, it's really not worth it. Beyond the free ones. Like, the paid ones aren't worth it. Or, not paid, but, you know, the gem ones aren't worth it. Technically, there's a difference. Because technically, everything that is gem-related is theoretically free in the game. It's because the multitude of ways to accumulate gems. I said, hello, Chris. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. I'll take that over. Get our pokety poke. Grab our black manacle down. I almost want to go take out that guy that has revive, but we already have black manacle, so we already won. We don't even need it. So what do you guys normally run, by the way, for class events? Because I feel like I always just show like a mana link full AoE team. Unless there's something like really broken. The other really good one to run this week, which I didn't actually mention in the video, though I have in the past, is the triple Thornwall team. The main reason I don't like using it for this event anymore, even though it's a fun gimmicky team, is the earlier battles it is very slow for. Like once you reach this point, it's a decent speed. But the very early fights, it is way too slow relative to just having more mana links. It is a funny team that gets infinite mana, though, as long as they don't have mana drain. And do we not even have the Corvash this week? That's kind of funny. I don't believe we do. Gosh, I need mana. Give me mana. I'll take that one, I guess. Grab a blue. I don't have the other thing there. I'll just take that over. He didn't give me purple. Gosh, stop denying my mana. I need something. I'm about to just start ancient horroring his team. There we go, purple. Oh yeah, we don't have the mana drainer this week, do we? That's interesting. I don't think we ever know preemptively if it is or isn't. I'm pretty sure it gets determined as the event happens. Because the one mana drainer I'm talking about, of course, is Emperor Corvash. There's normally an Emperor Corvash room that has the... there's two really annoying rooms, I would say, that can slightly determine what teams you end up making. If you were to somehow know them ahead of time. Though I'm not sure we ever can know them ahead of time. But the two of them are... if the room has the Corvash one, which is the mana drain room, and the other one that can technically affect what team you run is that one guy that has 100% revive. As there are sometimes ways you can incorporate stun into your team, so you can skip past them. What's interesting is we don't have either of them. We don't have the Corvash room with mana drain, and we don't have that one that has the 100% revive troop. Because those are the main two that can somewhat influence what you run. But this week we don't have any of that, so you can just run whatever. Oh, you did not devour the right one, but I'll take it. We just grab our purple, put our billion plus purple, which is actually technically +5. Or, sorry, no, it's actually way more than +5. It's actually +7. It's +7 purple. It could theoretically +8 if we put the banner more into it. But it's a +7 purple, because 3 off a hero, 3 from the Ancient Horrors, and 1 from banner. So of course, you can have 2 from banner if you wanted to. But it's better to have that double brown in case you can't find purple. Alright, there we go. And we claimed our gems. Good old 25 gems. Still feel like it's worth going for. Oh, and there's the redeem code we handed out earlier. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Same loot as always. Enjoy. Okay, well, I guess we'll go do some Explore 12 grinding then. Because I believe we have done all the things. One thing I was going to go do right now, though someone already activated a pet in the guild, is buy up the pet. And then go get our Cursed Gnome and Pet Gnome bait from this. But we'll save that for tomorrow night, assuming our guild currently doesn't have a pet up. And then we'll go activate a pet that way. And see if we get anything juicy from it. As that will cost us 1,350 gems. Which isn't like a super high amount, but... still, it is some amount. And to see what kind of pet we get from it. We'll probably just get a complete dud, but you never know. Might get something good. Obviously, we're mostly just doing it for the 1 max pet. But a nice little perk to get an automatic pet activation as well. Even though you could easily do that at any point, of course. It just takes a little bit of grinding in PvP or Arena. And by PvP or Arena, I mean PvP. Because I'm pretty sure most people aren't going to do it in Arena unless they're just doing it during the 3 daily Arena runs. Anyways, I still have the Mimic counter on stream as we have apparently this entire stream. That's fine if it sits there. So let's go utilize that some by actually trying to find a Mimic. And see if we can go get several chests, see if we get anything good here. So hello, Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Also, hello, Clip-On. If they already say hi, welcome. Alright, so we're going to kill that out. Oh, you know what? That summoner. We're going to be fine, though. It's not going to get that much mana that quick. Or sure hope not. Though the more I have explored in this kingdom, The more that this troop is by far the most annoying thing in existence, the one that has freeze on skull. It doesn't seem like much, but the amount of time that that gets value is absurdly high. Way more than I could ever comprehend prior to have exploring in this location. So I'm not sure why I clicked this one. I meant to click 20% chasing. I don't think this one is 20% right now. Yeah, that thing is so annoying. I just have a super habit of just targeting it directly every time now. Just in case. Because you never know. Likes to pull shenanigans. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I'm just gonna go for Explode. Because at this point, it's quicker just to get him to full mana than it is to kill him with skulls. I was like, hello, Imperial! Welcome! Yeah, Bill actually made it first this stream again. Hey, got our Rainia, nice. Alright, let's go chase our 20%. Let's go to Zacian for that. Yeah, let's go chase a few 30% to see if we could find a Mimic tonight. So far, honestly, our Mimics haven't been too bad the last week. We've gotten a handful of 2 times and 1 5 times the last week, which relative to how much we've been farming is pretty good loot. We also got double Nisha the other night, which that alone is pretty nice. Not from a single chest, but, you know, 2 individual single Nishas. 2 different chests. Always great to see. Even better if it was in a 2 times or 5 times. Though we have seen 1 5 times Nisha before, which is funny because we got that 5 times Nisha before we got the Horde Mimic. And it is actually rare to get a 5 times Nisha in a 5 times chest. Oh, well, the only way you can get it is a 5 times chest. But it is rarer to get a 5 times Nisha than it is to find a Horde Mimic. And we actually found it before we ever found a Horde Mimic. And now we found 2 Horde Mimics since we've last done 1. Which makes sense because it's harder to obtain. But also nice when it does. Eventually we'll see the super elusive 10 or even 15 Nisha. Because 15 Nisha is actually something we've never even seen by normal means. I have never gotten a triple Nisha before. We've gotten double Nisha a couple times, but never a triple. And never a double on a 5 times. Nor a double on a 2 times. Which would effectively be a 4 Nisha. Heading out for your cruise! Ooh! Fancy. Gosh, I have not been on a cruise since I was like probably 1 year old. So I'm not even sure what cruises are like. Like I know like in fiction and from other people describing it like what a cruise is like. Though I've technically, even though I have been on a cruise, I've technically never been on a cruise before. At least not with like memory of the cruise. Since the only time I have, I was way too young to comprehend what was going on. I was just kind of there. Let's see. You talk to your son into keeping the game going for you. Well, as long as you teach him just what to do for dailies, that's pretty much all you need to get done. Like, I know when I'm, if I'm ever on vacation and, like, barely playing Gems of War, you can get most dailies done in, like, 10-15 minutes. There's only a few things you really have to go out of your way for. And this week, we got the weekly done in like 30 minutes. Though, of course, someone who doesn't know how to play the game, it would take way longer than that. We got a double Orpheus. Let's see. We'll take the Vineyard Fields. Being a Scorpio like you, being on the water is so good, does it? It's kind of weird because I get motion sickness from so many things. But I've been on ships before. Not cruises, but ships. Well, technically cruise once when I was too young, but you know. But you know, since I've had like a memory, like around, I want to say like 6 to 13-ish. I've been on ships before and I never actually got motion sickness, which is weird because in a lot of other things I get motion sickness. But for whatever reason, not on a boat. It's mostly cars and planes that do it. I feel like if I was ever on a ship for like a very, very long time, it could maybe happen though. Because I've never been on a moving water object for more than a couple hours. Because it was always just boats, not ships. Which are quite different. Which is weird because boats actually move a lot more than cruise ships. Like, you know, as far as like how much they bob and everything. Because they're a lot more, due to their smaller size, they're a lot more influenced by the waves and everything. So they're a lot more jumpy or shaky or whatever you'd call it. They're a lot more in motion than a cruise ship. Whereas a cruise ship is nice and big and stable. This is a Titanic. But ignoring Titanic. Let's see, I'll take that one down. Which is rarer, 5 times Nisha or 4 times Nisha? I'm not sure what the numbers are on both. They're both decently rare. I think technically a 4 times Nisha is actually rarer than a 5 times Nisha. Though not by much. They're both really rare. I'm not sure what the math would come out to on that. They're both nearly as rare, but I think 4 times might actually be rarer than 5 times, ironically. Even though it's a lower number. Mostly because the chance of rolling double Nisha is worse than the chance of the 1 in 10 times that you would end up getting a 5 times chest. Because a 5 times chest is 10% chance, whereas getting a Nisha is like under 1% or something, or around 1. I can't remember the exact number. But it's like somewhere's around 1% that you have to roll twice. Whereas the other one you would have to just roll that number once, but then also hit the 10% for the 5 times. So yeah, it is more likely that you get a 5 times Nisha than a 4 times Nisha. Even though it's a lower number. So hello, Ginky. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Ginky, you weren't here earlier, I don't think. Or if you were, you didn't mention anything. But, have you gotten codes yet from Kafka? Or are they still worrying about the next patch probably coming this Tuesday? Or next week's Tuesday? It's definitely one of these Tuesdays coming up. Because I was about to go contact them, this week. Probably this weekend. Because I'm starting to run low on codes. And she still hasn't gotten back to me this month. I never really got in contact with her, but I assume she'd message me by now. Okay, you haven't heard from her? Okay. So you're not the only one, then. Or I'm not the only one, I mean. Yeah, I'll need to contact her this weekend. I'll keep poking her. Because we'll run out by the end of next week if I don't get more soon. Also, no Mimic so far this stream. I'll probably go for one more chest after this next chest. Hope we'll get lucky on one of them. So far, pretty average loot tonight. Nothing too special. Though we set a pretty high bar last night with the double Nisha. Or the 2 single Nishas, I should say. Let's see. We'll take that one. Wow, we really do not have any moves here. Luckily, a skull came to save us from the sky. Good job, Sky Skull. I thought that was the new mythic for a second. Actually, the new mythic can appear here. We're in Drifting Sands right now. For the mythic fight we're about to get in, the new mythic that is still available for 6 more hours. And then it won't be for a while. Well, it technically is still, but you know, it won't be exclusive in a drop table anymore. But that also means it's safe to open Glory Gem Guild VIP chests in about 6 more hours. After reset time. Let's see, did we get him here? I didn't actually see what the mythic was. Or is this a legendary fight? Never mind, this is a legendary fight. Yeah, we got the mythic fight. So let me go kill him out with that. Ooh, that complete missed. That's unfortunate. Luckily, it is exact 13 red, so we can just do that directly into there. Kill it again. Yeah, that's match. Let's see what we get here. Hey, we got him! We got a Scaprio. We found him. he'll be out of the drop table in about 6 hours, or at least as the exclusive one. He'll theoretically still be in drop table, but the chance you'll get him specifically is so absurdly rare that he's basically not in drop table anymore. Just because the exact chance of getting him is exceedingly unlikely. In about 6 more hours from now. And he drops a chest with like nothing in it. Let's go for one more. Let's see, where are we hunting at? I keep thinking Shinteng has a mark on it, but that's the thing for the... Oh, you know what? Though I guess we'll do it tomorrow. I forgot. We actually have the Legends Reborn storyline again. I completely forgot about that because it's been a couple days now, hasn't it? So you can play that to get more progress on the pet. 24 battles there. I could do that right now, though. Let's go for one more Explorer. But we could if we wanted to. I'm looking for an Explorer that is at level 12. So Broken Spire rework supposedly coming not this next patch, but in the 8-year anniversary patch next month. It was originally supposed to come last month, but it got delayed all the way till next month. We're still getting a patch between then, but that patch is mostly just doing the Halloween event. But I wonder if that's going to be this year. Interesting to see what it is, though. They've been starting to do slightly more for the holidays lately. Last year we got the Devil, the Trick-or-Treat weapon, and... Did we get a third thing? I think it was just those two. They had like a little event thing for unlocking those. Trick-or-Treat's still an interesting weapon. I feel like it's not worth using in a lot of situations compared to Essence of Evil or Mirror Reflection that individually do the same thing but also does explode. But having both at the same time is kind of interesting. There's just very few situations where you'd want to do it while also get rid of your turn compared to just using Essence of Evil. Because you would have to ensure you can get enough value from the positive stats effects to justify doing it compared to Essence of Evil. Otherwise, like 9 times out of 10, it's just better to do Essence of Evil. Maybe even more often than that. It's just a more consistent weapon at a lower mana cost with more mana accumulation. And by more mana accumulation, I mean mana accumulation at all. Because the other one technically doesn't have any. Kind of gets a lot of value when it does cast, though. But it is one of those where you kind of have to justify how much value it has with the fact that it ends your turn. Which is not ideal a lot of times. I'm still curious to see what they're going to do for the Broken Spire rework. It's actually been a while. It's been like, what, a year and a half, 2 years since we've gotten a Kingdom rework? What was the most recent Kingdom rework? Wasn't it Pen's Veil? Gosh, if it was, you know how long ago that was? Pen's Veil rework was, I believe, pre-pandemic times, wasn't it? That's a while ago if that was the most recent one. Because we've had an entire pandemic since then. It has been a couple years now, hasn't it? They really haven't been rebalancing as much lately. Which can be both good and bad. It's good because you never need to worry about something that you like a lot being nerfed into the ground. But it's also bad because the meta never changes until like something really broken comes in. But then the old broken things aren't fixed. It's just new broken things come into the game. And unfortunately we only got an Urania there. Ah, there we go. That is all of our runs for today then. And then tomorrow we got Bounty Hunter. We'll do most, if not all, Bounty Hunter event tomorrow. And go from there. And obviously, of course, we also have Guild Wars. We'll be doing every single night, as per usual. Tomorrow we specifically have Red Guild War Day. And actually, wow, we've been doing really good today for Guild War. Why is our guild doing so good all of a sudden? When did we magically get good? Like, our score is like 30,000 higher, 20, 30,000 higher than the rest of the week. Actually, so much so, we're actually in 3rd place right now. Almost about to take second. Though second and third effectively are the same location in this bracket. Only first would do something extra. Because if we make 4 for lower, we're going to stay in the bracket. If we get second or third, we'll move up 1. And if we get first, somehow we'll move up 2. Though I believe that's slightly outside of reach. Though maybe not. If they've done all their battles, and we haven't, which we haven't, that actually is enough to close the gap. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up for now. Thank you so much for stopping by. As I mentioned, we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every night. We'll primarily be doing Bounty Hunter, obviously Red Guild War to start off with, and go from there. Also, it looks like our gem stack is taking a little bit of a beating. Oh no, we've hit under 30,000. Easy fix for that. We just got to open a bunch of vault keys. I was joking about it, though. We really need to at some point do a 1,000 vault key opening. That will be like a 12-hour vault key opening almost. We're gonna do that at some point because our gems are starting to lower down. Like, I always make sure to stay over 20,000. Obviously, we did that to such a degree that we actually got to 30,000 for a little while. But we're starting to dip under that number, so gotta keep it up because I don't want to run out. In case there's ever new content, like let's say like a patch like next month where it's like, oh, you're gonna need a ton of gems for this. I always like having some reserves so we can cover it pretty early. Maybe not immediately, but you know, at a reasonable time. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. I'll catch you guys soon. Have a wonderful week. Best of luck with everything. And if you're still looking for that mythic, don't forget, last couple of hours to do so. You got like 6 hours left. And if you want to open Glory Gem, Guild, or VIP just for other stuff, wait until after 6 hours, and then we'll be back to normal drop table, where you can safely open it for any mythic, including potentially Scorpio, oddly enough. But, you know, any mythic that's in the drop table. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week.